Yeah, I was just gonna ask that. Do you guys remember the last problem that we did go through? One with the this one? That number one? Okay. So let me back up there. Were there any questions? So we went up through this question, which is on the third page, the back of the third page. So were there any questions prior to that maybe we didn't go through last time and you hadn't done yet, but you'd like to go through now? Anything? Let's just start with the first half. Any of those I could re-go through, or hey, we didn't get to this one, but I still have a question on it. Anything?
What were the answers for 26 and 32? A couple pages back.
6 and 32. Can't find them.
They're 2 pages back from one.
Sure.
You're only wrong.
Oh, they're different number one.
Only wrong number one. Yeah.
So those we didn't get to yet.
Oh, okay.
So we will. Yeah, these are just snipped from all AP tests, right? So they have different numbers on them. I'm just putting them on there. I'm not going to worry too much about order, but that does cause confusion sometimes. 29.
Yeah, there's 29 on the third page. That's talking about eye drops, which is B.
Are you asking me to go over that, or are you just saying that exists?
This isn't up from gas.
We're all set. Yeah, it's we haven't gotten to it yet. 26. Alright, so then the next page. So this is the first page we hadn't gone through, so all three of these are B. Buzz, buzz, buzz. So, what can I go over here? Any of these three? All good? We talked about what a census is, right?
Yeah.
Where you ask every single thing or person or whatever in the whole population. BEE, Bravo, Echo, Echo. Any of these? Can't help me if you don't ask. Yeah, Dennis. 30. Okay. So we want to determine the best time temperature combination for lamb. So, there's different temperatures you can cook it at, there's different lengths of time. We kind of all get the job done, but which one's the best? The times to be tested, so they give us 3 times to test, and they give us 2 temperatures. Combination. Okay, so the explanatory variable is what we're doing, and that is the temperature or the amount of time. What they did here was mix them up. The quality of the finished lamb is actually the response variable, and then the explanatory variable is the roasting temperature. So A and B are flip-flopped as far as which one's true. C, you can't say because you can't ever expect identical results. If this said something like if the experiment is repeated, we would expect similar results, that would be a much more fair statement. But when they say exact results, you're just not going to, there's too many variables going on, too much going on to get the exact same result. D, there should be a control group in which no treatment is given. So in this situation, if you're not giving a treatment, you wouldn't be cooking the lamb, right? So that's kind of useless in this scenario. I'm pretty sure that it's not going to be the best quality if we don't cook it at all. And then E is, so that's what replication is. There's 2 ways replication can be stated. One is if I design an experiment, I should be able to write it out so that someone else can repeat the same experiment. Not necessarily get the exact same results, but repeat the process. The other one is you're not just doing an experiment on one subject. And this isn't a ton of replication, but we are doing 2 for each of the time temperature combinations instead of 1. So we're repeating it once, so we're replicating it once. It's not the greatest replication, but it is replication. And that's better than the other ones. Is that right? Dennis, you good? Any other ones on that page? Next page. CAD. Mr. Davis got glasses all good? Alright. Next page. ED. 39. 39 is not D. 39 is E. Sorry. EE. So do I need to go over it still? Possibly for myself, I guess. So they want to select 5% of the downtown stores, 10% of the suburban stores, and 5% of the small city stores. So they think that like the location of the store is a lurking variable. They're splitting into groups that are homogeneous. So they're like, okay, we're gonna look at the downtown stores over here, the suburban over here, and the small city over here. So that'd be like taking some freshmen, some sophomores, some juniors, some seniors, like the same idea. So that is not D. That is my. Did I have these on school, G? Yeah. That one wrong. That happens sometimes. Is that alright then? For if it's stratified, does that make more sense? Alright. CAE. This is the one you guys were talking about. Okay, this is a tough one. And I'm not in love with this question, to be honest, but let's talk about it. So, we want to see if children learn the multiplication facts better with flashcards or on a computer. And gender might affect the outcome, so we're going to block by gender. So, what's the lurking variable? Gender or the flashcard computer thing? Gender. The explanatory variable is the flashcard computer thing. So that's what we're really interested in. If the experimenter knows, so then they ask about double blind. If the experimenter knows the gender, that doesn't matter because that's not the variable that we're interested in. That's a lurking variable. So we split them into these groups, male, female. Everyone's going to know. I guess not everyone. So, but we're going to be able to tell if they're male or female in most cases. And that doesn't matter. We don't care. Because it's not the variable we're after. So some of these get into like the child will know whether she's a boy or girl, he or she. And that doesn't matter. I don't care if anyone knows if you're a boy or a girl because that's not what I'm trying to test. So I'm going to cross out the ones that involve knowing about boy or girl. Then, okay, so A has that too. So I'm down to C or E. And I think they're both fair answers. I think E is a better answer because, so, if the child knows, like if you walk in and you're a kid and they're like, hey, do these flashcards, you don't even know whether the other option exists necessarily, right? You're just like, I'm going to study multiplication tables, and they tell me to use flashcards, I'm using flashcards, great. So would that necessarily have any impact on the study? Like if I tell you to use flashcards and there's people doing the computer in the other room, does the fact that there's people in the computer over there affect you doing your flashcards? By the loud computers. So, I mean, I think you could maybe say yes, but I think it's more, I think if I gave this question on a test and we were grading it, because we're grading the class, right? And you raise your hands and I put C because of this, I'd be like, okay, I'm going to give you credit. Because I think it's a good answer. I think E is a better answer because the person grading the test, knowing which one is which, like that's where the bias might come in my opinion, where say I'm trying to prove that computers work better. And when I'm grading it, I might like kind of be a little more lenient to the people that I know did it on the computer. But even that, like it's probably a freaking multiple choice, so there's no bias. So I'm not a huge fan of this question. I think C and E are both good. Yeah.
Well, for E, why would it be that the person knows that whether the child used flashcards or the computer? Like, I don't think that's like, I don't know how to say it.
You don't think that causes bias, you're saying?
No, I think it causes bias. I just like how would it be like true that they know? They might not. It doesn't really say in the actual like.
So you would like it better if it said like, if while it'd be impossible to conduct double blind because the person who's grading them would. I see what you're saying. Like it doesn't say that.
It doesn't say that they know whether they chose cards or computer because it could be someone different.
It could be someone different.
Yeah.
That's fair too. So at this point, if I gave this question on testing class, I would probably just say, okay, screw this, everyone gets credit. Like I don't think it's a great question. Is that like does something we talked through make some sense? But also like why it's not the greatest question. So that's why you guys are all like, we have to go through this because it's kind of garbage. So the important things to take out of that to me are, do you know what double blind is? That would be like the person doing the experiment and the person giving that experiment to them don't know what's going on. Yeah, that's basically it. And then the last page, CD. And this top one is not a great, I'm not in love with that question either. So some of these questions come from actual AP tests and some of them come from those books. You know how like Kaplan puts out like 5 steps to a 5 and stuff like that. Some of these questions are from those, and those are not as good. They're not as good as the AP questions. And I can tell by the way these are typed. This was from one of those. I'm going to talk through this one just because I think that there could be some confusion here also. So we're trying to get some people from the urban area, the suburban area, and the rural area to talk about their commute time. Why did I stratify? Well, I want to make sure that I'm getting representation from each group, and that allows me to compare the groups. But they don't really give those as good as answers, so we're kind of stuck looking at something else. You haven't learned what variability is yet, so we can remove that. Part A says to remove the bias when estimating the proportions of working adults in each of those areas. I'm not trying to estimate the proportion of adults, I'm trying to estimate their commute time. That gets me down to B and C. And then this is just kind of, can we ever completely remove bias and say like there's no bias in this situation at all? It's nearly impossible because even if you like remove all lurking variables, there's still going to be like something going on. So that I went with reduced. Again, if I gave this on a test, because sometimes I'll give a question I haven't really realized it's not a great question until you guys start pointing out like issues with it. I would probably give B and C credit on this question on the test. I don't know if anyone, how many had B? Anybody?
I had B, but
You had B/C.
I saw that like B and C were both correct, but
Right, okay. Okay. Does that make sense for 33? Like why it should be B or C at least? And then 34, okay? Okay. So I have another review for you. This is more like what your test will look like. Not quite exact. I didn't put any frappies on here. So your test will have 10 to 15 multiple choice, short answer, true false, matching type things, and 2 frappies. I didn't put any frappies on here because you guys have them all. You have those 2 packets, right? So I didn't want to put 2 on here because then that kind of like eliminates those 2 as possibilities for the test, which helps you, but I didn't want to do that. So study your frappies. I'll pick 2 of them. One will be exact, one will be like just changed a little bit, and the rest will be. I got the answers up here already. Give you time to work, walk around, answer questions. I'll put the answers on Schoology later on. But for now, there's a hard copy up there. Just remember your test is tomorrow. Yeah, if you have your like essay thing you're supposed to do, you can come up and give me that. I'll read through it and give it back to you at some point.